Ayy, poppin' like I'm supposed to. Watch out for the people that ain't close to. Speak a little something you could toast to. I ain't tryna hear about what you won't do. Moving like I'm into. Hit the ground running like the rent do. Speak a little something that you're into. I ain't tryna hear about what you been through. Like hold up, say what's the hold up. I got the pack, who got the roll up? I'm tryna pull up. It seem like every time I show up, it gotta go up. See the drip, they see the glow up. Oh, now they know us. See, it's funny how my pockets out of shape, but I fit for the flex. Clear the phone call, hit my chick with a text. Parlay through the bird with my drip from the checks. Save a couple hundred by your with the rest. I prefer my reefer with Henny and Coke. Please don't be stingy, got plenty to smoke. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live. Seem like they doing the most for the clout. Did what I said so they know what I'm about. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live. Ayy, winning like I ought to. I ain't wanna do it, but I got to. Smoking what my doctor told me not to. Got these wishing they was hot too. Ballin' like I need to. Got my exes wishing for a redo. Smell the marijuana when I speed through. Hit her with a tip, that's a preview. Hold up, wait up, get your weight up. Shit, get your money, not your hate up. Boy, draw a play up. I flip my wrist, it a layup. She wanna lay up. I gotta get it, I'ma stay up. I'm all the way up. I got my pay up. I ain't playing with you. I'm a coach now. Commentating through the most now. I be somewhere booted with my toes down. Made little baby tooted with her nose down. I prefer my reefer with Henny and Coke. Please don't be stingy, got plenty to smoke. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live. Seem like they doing the most for the clout. Did what I said so they know what I'm about. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live.
time. What's up, good Veeple? Happy Thursday. Welcome to the show. Let me know if you can hear me by typing "I'm rich" in the chat. No, don't do the last word, but type "I'm rich" if you can hear me to let me in the chat to let me know that you can hear me, because the truth of the matter is we are all rich in one way or another, whether it's through good health, whether it's strong relationships, fulfilling careers, or personal achievements, or a sense of purpose, or your overall well-being or happiness. And some people that we will talk about today are rich monetarily, but they're also rich in greed and hate, self-hate, and scamming and Ponzi schemes, and not having enough love in their life and not having enough connection in their life. They're rich in a lot of ways. And so we're going to talk about them tonight. So thank you to everyone in the chat who's letting me know that you can hear me by typing "I'm rich" in the chat. Don't do that last word. Don't mess up this chat. Don't mess up this monetization. But thank you to RJ and Marianne and Sugar and Ambitious and Alice and Sugar and Alicia and Marjan and Deshawn and Delilah and Tell's World of Beauty and Kiki Fobbs and Alice and Sheila and Don and Linda and Nicole and Jackie and Explorer and Angie and She's Chosen and Malaysia and Patricia and Shanice. And hey, Shanice, we've been together all day. Shanice, Sugar Spice, AW. Yes, Shanice is a part of the Patreon executive Veeple, and she's also a part of our tier in which you get the behind the scenes. And so we've been going live, and I've been doing behind the scenes of what it takes to prepare for what we're embarking on this evening. And literally, she was with me on and off throughout the day for 9 hours. It took me 9 hours to pull this together. Like, I finally can track the time because I'm recording the process and just, hanging out and pulling it all together. So if you're also interested in that, we have our Patreon community. Trying to do a little smooth click that didn't work out, but we have our Patreon community. It is you can get to it by clicking on the pinned comment in the top of the chat. Currently, you click on that Linktree link, takes you to all of my platforms that you can connect with me on. Patreon is one of them. The VIP text community is another of them, and it's scrolling across the screen. And so yeah, we got that. And so today, what we're going to be talking about, some of the topics, we have our missing persons alert segment, which we do once a day, depending on when we go live. We also have just a few little updates-ish on the Tim Norman case and, some things that have been happening. We're going to do a little bit of a retrospective, really short. For those of you who may not be up to date on the most recent happenings with him and that situation. Then we're going to just check in on the family, see what the family's been up to, including Charles and the rest of the crew. A little update on Miss Robbie as well, because she is rich. And yeah, she's rich. I'm gonna leave it that alone, but she's rich. And then we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna revisit the video I did 2 months ago or so now, about her opening up another restaurant. We know that all of her restaurants were closed, and now she's opening up a new restaurant. So I need to give some updates on that and make some corrections to what was out in that previous video. And then we're going to briefly talk about the update of this week in As the Crook Turns, Darius Cooks and what he's been up to this week. Yeah, and then we'll take a little quick trip down memory lane with that as well. And then we're going to call it a night and get ready for Foolishness Fridays with Veeple. So Okay, so let's dig right into it. Let's without delay. We don't want to be here no 4-5 hours. We ain't doing that. Let's see. So we're moving into our missing persons segment. The first person who is missing is actually a part of our extended Veeple family. This was actually given to me by, sent to me rather, by one of our Veeple members. And I don't know if she wanted her information shared, like her name, so I'm not going to say it. But she sent it in a VIP text group. So you see how reliable that is. It's a good way to communicate. Rose to the top of the list because I got a bunch of messages waiting for me all across every platform. But text community is right there. And so this is her, I think she said her niece. I didn't put the note for myself to remind me. But this family member of one of our VIP members, she is missing. And so the notice she sent was, says runaway juvenile. Her name is Bailey Prudhomme, and she is 15 years old. She is 5 feet 2 inches, 160 pounds, brown eyes, blonde hair. She's light complected. Well, we said her age. We don't need to give her a birthday. And I think this is saying she was last seen. It says last contact was July 19th of this year. And it says at 1 hour. So I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like midnight. I'm not sure. But anyway, it says runaway juvenile was last seen around. Okay, well, midnight. There you go. I smart. I just doubt myself sometimes. It says runaway juvenile was last seen around midnight on July 19, 2023 at 800 Redinger Ridge Road and left in an unknown direction on foot. Says that the runaway juvenile was last seen wearing red athletic pants and has braids in her hair left. I don't know what that means. So any information concerning the runaway juvenile, I don't like how they keep saying runaway juvenile. Could we just say her name? What's her name again? Bailey. Any information on concerning Bailey, missing person should be referred to the Houston Police Patrol. The number is 713-884-3131 or the Houston Police Missing Persons Divisions at 832-394-1840. And they're saying, I guess they, just in case there's an adult involved in this situation, they're saying harboring a runaway. Number one, a person commits an offense if he or she knowingly harbors a child. He or she is criminally negligent about whether the child A is younger than 18 years and B has escaped from the custody of a peace officer, probation officer, the Texas Youth Council, or a detention facility for children, or is voluntarily absent from the child's home without the consent of the child's parent or guardian for a substantial length of time without the intent to return. An offense under this section is a Class A misdemeanor. So I'm going to put the number in the chat if you have any information on Bailey, who her family would love to have her back ASAP. And then also thank you to the 93% of you who have said that you liked this you thumbs up or liked this live chat already. You're greatly appreciated. To the rest of you, when you're done with whatever you're working on, please remember to hit that like button. Greatly appreciate it. Next, we have Samantha Bryant. Samantha Bryant is, let me put the information do this first while I'm talking. This is contact information for Samantha. Samantha, this is like flyer. Everything's everywhere. Hold on. Let me find my way. I just pulled it. I didn't really read it first. Samantha Bryant, she's missing from Roland, North Carolina. She's been unfortunately missing since June 28th of 2023. She's 31 years old. She's a female that is 5 feet 2 inches, 135 pounds. She has brown hair, brown eyes. It says the Robeson County Sheriff's Office is requesting the public's assistance in locating 31-year-old Samantha Bryant. She was last seen on June 28th of 2023 by her boyfriend in Roland, North Carolina. Samantha has not been heard from since. Y'all know I ain't pointing no fingers, but y'all know what some of y'all thinking. Is just what came in my head too, but I'm leaving it alone. Anyway, she was last seen wearing a blue tank top and shorts with flower imprinted. And so if you have any information on her, please contact the Robeson County Sheriff's Department office or Sheriff's Office at area code 910-671-3170. Thank you. And let's pray for her and that whole situation. Next, we have, let me put this number in as well. Let me put her on the screen first. We have Victoria, and I'm going to give the information to be able to hopefully help find Victoria. Oh, Lord, my neck is getting stiff. Victoria, and this was literally how the flyer was, so I'm just going to try to work with it, y'all. She's a missing child. She's been missing since July 13th of 2023. She is 16 years old. She is 5'3". She is 125 pounds. She has brown eyes. They don't say what color hair, but there's $1,000 reward for her. Call, I think this is police department. Where's this located? Where was she at? This is in Tampa, Florida. I don't think it's on the flyer, but I got it in this little caption they had. Her name is Victoria Crules, and out of Tampa, Florida. And yeah, she's been missing since July 13th. We said that. They're asking that we help bring Victoria home and spread the word. Phone numbers, I think this is the police department, says 813, area code 813-701-4325, or area code 813-900-6190. If you have any information on Victoria. Then we have two more. Do we have two more? Yeah, we end up having, usually 4 is my magic number, but I'm always just led by the spirit, and the spirit said it was 5 today. I just added it. Okay, so, or added them, I should say. Next we have, let me put it on the screen for y'all first. Next we have, hold on, I got it. We have Kanyas. I think that's it. Kanyas Spencer. Kanyas is missing from Unit Block Hawaii Ave Northeast. Wow, that's a street name. Unit Block Hawaii Ave Northeast. Since Wednesday, August the 2nd. So that was yesterday at 6 p.m. The Metropolitan, this is out of Washington, D.C. So we've been having quite a few out of Washington, D.C. But Washington, D.C. is seeking the public's assistance in locating 16-year-old Kanyas Spencer, who was last seen in the unit block of Hawaii Ave Northeast on Wednesday, August the 2nd of 2023. She is described as a Black female. She is 5 feet 7 inches tall. She is 190 pounds. She has brown hair, brown eyes. Her clothing description is unknown. If you have any information, yeah, I put that in the chat already. If you have any information on Kanyas, please call area code the Youth and Family Services Division at area code 202-576-6768, or the Command Information Center at area code 202-727-9099. And let's also send our prayers as well. Okay, and lastly but not least, we have, put this in here, we have, I don't know if this is Baptiste. And so let me put her in her contact information in the chat. There it is. And they are saying Sheila Baptiste was last seen at around 11:30 a.m. on Saturday near the 3300 block of West Oakland Park Boulevard in Lauderdale Lakes. This is out of Lauderdale Lakes, Florida. She's been missing since July 29th. She is 28 years old, medium complexion. She is 5 feet 8 inches tall. She is 140 pounds. She has black hair and is shoulder length. I'm wondering if it maybe looks just like what's in the picture, I'm maybe assuming, and brown eyes. If you have any information regarding her, please contact the Broward County Sheriff's Office at area code 954-321-4268. And it's a lot of people, y'all. I don't know. What are we up to? 20 some odd people easily, probably close to 30. I don't know. I haven't started counting yet. Yes, Veil can tear up some names. Absolutely. I'm looking at Felicia B. Absolutely. I don't deny it. I don't have any kind of ego as it pertains to that. It is what it is. All that really matters is the work we're doing. At the end of the day, I don't stress over it. I used to. Too much going on. So I'm very curious as we move into our next topic. Were you a watcher of the Welcome to Sweetie Pie's series? Are you a fan? I should say a fan. Were you a fan of the Welcome to Sweetie Pie's show, the series? I know a lot of us were, because this is the channel that Sweetie Pies built. I will never deny that. Sweetie Pies was my first 100,000 view video. And it's connected to my ultimate highest viewed video. We'll get into that. So basically just a quick update on James Timothy Norman. I didn't bring his smiling mugshot picture in here. I didn't even think about it till just now. But I see 91% of you. Wow, that's actually higher. I knew it was going to be the majority, but 91% of you were fans of the show. That says a lot about you are my people. You are my Veeple for sure. Because y'all know I'm obsessed with the show. Like, I can't let it go. Can't let it go. So speaking of the show, speaking of the person who ruined our love for just an euphoria or fond memories of all things Sweetie Pies, James Timothy Norman, we know he is currently incarcerated with 2 life sentences, rightfully so. The last time we heard from Tim, I heard from him, I didn't do it. Yes, I'll give y'all that. There you go. We're doing the Sweetie Pie segment, so I'm going to do it. I'll give it to you. Because we're doing this section, I'm going to go ahead and do some of the impressions that y'all really, really like. If you know who that was, put it in the chat. If you don't know, you ain't been here. you just getting here. You new. Let me take this off. You are new. So anyway, the last time we heard from James Timothy Norman was his not his sentencing hearing. It was after that. It was while he was incarcerated. Since he's been incarcerated, Tim Norman somehow got his hands on his Instagram or sent a message and got somebody to log in his Instagram, which is still active. It's not been shut down. And so just a reminder for those of you who may not have seen. I'm looking here. I forgot my poll. Have you seen Tim Norman's last IG post blaming the feds? 84% of you haven't. Wait a minute. I'm reading this backwards. That means 84% of you ain't watching my videos because I did a video on this. What? I'm so disappointed. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Y'all just broke my little heart. So we're gonna do it again. Well, I'm gonna do it again. Y'all gonna watch it. So anyway, he ended up posting on his social media, on his Instagram. Again, I don't know how he got it on there, but this is from him. And he says, thank you for all the prayers. I'm still in disbelief. You in disbelief. We the one in disbelief. The feds know 100% I did not do those insurance policies. But although I was in court and I know that the feds were 100% saying that you did. Make it make sense. Because they weren't in there testifying on your behalf. They were in there justifying everything that the government had against you. They just validated it all. And they're the people who put the pieces together. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Gaslighting. These narcissists are just all around us, y'all. They all around us. Anyway, he said, but the jury didn't get to hear that. The jury didn't get to hear. The jury got to hear plenty of feds. We're going to talk about this in a minute, too. They got to hear plenty of feds. Plenty of them. Well, it's at least 10 of them, I think. Close to it. The second person to testify was a Fed officer. He know y'all wasn't there at the court because he knew I knew better than this foolishness. He was hoping I ain't see this. Anyway, he says, and not one person got on the stand and said that I told them to hurt my nephew. Right, because Travell got up there and then lied and did some double speak because he said you did, and then he said you didn't, and then in his sentencing hearing, he said it was implied, and he was afraid for his life, and that's why he used the firearm. Why he playing with y'all? Why he playing with y'all? I was there. I know better. I saw it with my own eyes and ears. For 2 weeks, he gaslighting y'all. Anyway, they destroyed my name. They, not he. That's such a narcissist statement. This is like Darius Cooks. They, the people who hate me, not the fact that I've caused so much hate that karma is putting it against me. The people who hate, they destroyed your name. They had to, oh my God. They destroyed my name and image so you guys wouldn't search for the truth. They've been searching for the truth. You see how many of them watch this channel? The truth is here. The truth is all over this channel. You know how many videos we did on YouTube? Quit playing in our face. We even covered the trial. Actually, now that I even think about it, even though y'all wasn't at the trial, y'all was kind of at the trial because I came and recapped it every day in detail. In detail. Y'all better quit letting these sociopaths gaslight y'all. Put this poll question. I don't know. Some of y'all might be on this train with him. I don't know. I got to take the post of the Veeple and see what's happening out here. I typed this real quick and forgot to enhance it. Are you supporting Tim in any way? Are you believing what he says? Will you support him in jail? Do you support Tim in any way is what I'm saying. Do you support what he's saying here? Will you send him you can't send commissary. What you send? You send the money so he can buy commissary. Are you going to do any of that? Are you going to send him nudes of you? Like if well, male or female from what I hear. I figure both. But are you going to support him in any way? Anyway, let me know. Dang, I at least expected 1%. We rarely have polls that say 100%. And that's out of 103 people. That ain't like 5 people. It's 100. Well, it's going up. The number is more and more, y'all. Like, hell no. Get out of it. Bill, if you don't quit playing with us and move on. I know. I'm sorry. It was a crazy question popped in my head. I was like, I'm going to ask them. I'm going to mess with them. So he is currently, you know what? I haven't verified, but what I will say, because I don't want to mislead y'all. The last I knew and the last I reported on it, Tim was in the federal corrections facility of Hazleton, West Virginia. And so this was where he was formerly sent to West Virginia. And we didn't really get no updates from that. But like after that happened, then next thing you know, the post came out as well. This is the campus. Just for those of you, obviously, if you didn't see that message, the IG thing, you probably did not see the video. I should ask that question. Did you see? Did you see my Tim prison transfer video? So did you see the video when I did the video on him actually finally finding his new home for the rest of his life? Did you see that video? And I talked about him going to this particular facility. But anyway, this is the campus, just in case you haven't. This is the entrance. This is I'm hitting the wrong button. I'm like, why are they showing on screen? I'm on the wrong screen. This is the entrance that Miss Robbie and, the family goes through to go visit him. Not the entire family, just the ones who still support him in whatever way. And then this is the campus. I'm not sure where he's housed, which building, and all of that. And then this is the interior of what his new home, his new room with his roommate, his dorm, his dormitory. This is what it looks like. It looks modern though. It looks modern. I guess I didn't pull it in. I had the cafeteria. I guess I forgot to pull it in. No biggie. But then, yeah. So that's that on that. This is Tim's new home. So if you want to send him anything, here's the information. There's the address there. You can pause this and write it down if you want to. But other than that, we do have some updates on what has been happening from the perspective of the judicial system, the courts, etc., as it pertains to this. So James Timothy Norman, and y'all ain't gonna be able to see this, but I'm just showing you. You see how much this is only part of the docket. And this is showing you only from March 29th through July 25th was the last entry on there. So I was able to, I did this today, did some little browsing to see what may have been happening. And, just to be able to give y'all an update on this particular story. I know some of you already know this, but Tre'vell Anthony Hill had filed for an appeal. However, and I didn't think to pull his picture in, but however, he filed for an appeal. However, it was denied because they said that he signed a waiver that he would not appeal. I knew this when when we left for sentencing. I'm like, he's got I forgot how many years he got. Y'all let me know in the chat. I forgot. But it's no surprise because literally the deal he took said that he could not, there was no appeal. But he tried it anyway because Judge Ross did inform him, Judge John Ross did inform him that he had the 32 years. Thank you. Or I think it was 32. I think CJ is correct. I think it was 32. But Judge Ross did inform him that he had a right to appeal. Although it's like, you can do it. You can just waste your time. I'm sure you're bored. You're going to be bored in jail. So you can just go through the motions, but it's going to get denied. And so it did. It did. We know that with those, some of you know, or most of you should, I ain't going to say should know, but Terrica, the scripper, the exotic dancer, she has been out of jail since March, maybe, y'all. I think she got out in March, if I'm not mistaken. And unfortunately, her mom passed away within like 2 to 3 weeks of her getting home. Craziness. Ooh, craziness. And her mom was ill. Her mom was holding on for her, and the mom was taking care of her children, her 2 daughters. Well, one is like high school senior, if I'm not mistaken, and one is, forgetting her age, y'all. I think it's 7 or 9 or something like that. Maybe 7. I don't think she's 9, like 7 years old or something. So anyway, Terrica came home within 2 weeks. Her mom was like, I'm done. And unfortunately, she passed away. Yeah, Don Smart, I see you saying, I wonder what Terrica is up to. And I did not get a chance to pull that. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to dig into that, but where we're heading, I can do this because I got a surprise for y'all. And I'm not sure. So we know that. So Terrica is out. Terrica's living her life. She's doing her lashes, her eyebrow threading thing, her teeth whitening kits, and selling all her wares, her sunglasses and whatever else, other weave and whatever else she sells. So she's out. She's been doing that, working in a spa type situation in the hood, and she's just doing her. And then Wael Yagnam, who was the insurance agent, I think he got 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all remind me in the chat. I think it was 2 years. So Wael seems to be just serving his time quietly, besides his request of where to be shipped to serve his time. I haven't heard anything else, and I didn't see any actions recently with him. I can only dig so deep because I had to get ready for this. It's a lot. I told y'all. Shanice Tiffany J and CJ and Deshaun stepped in. Was that Deshaun? Now I'm trying to think who, because I think I get Deshaun confused with somebody in Patreon and I'm forgetting now. But anyway, we were on there on and out and for 9 hours. So I was busy today. So I didn't get a chance to dig into everybody like deep. But what I did get a chance to see that I am able to finally, after much ado, much patience on the part of my Veeple, I was able to find out, and I now have in my possession part of the transcripts. The transcripts. Where is it? That ain't it. I lose my place. Ta-da! So we now have the transcripts for the Tim Norman trial. However, caveat, disclaimer. This is, I did pull down the transcripts from day one. Day one was a half day. And it was just on day one, Michelle Griggs testified. They did the opening statements, both the government and Tim's defense. They did the opening statements, and then Michelle Griggs testified, and then one of the FBI agents testified. So that was day one. Day one's transcripts is 90, I think it was 92 or 93 pages long. One day, one half day. That wasn't a full day because I was there. That didn't even get started till like noon after lunch, if I'm not mistaken. So if a half day is 90 something pages, a full day is definitely more. And some days were longer than others as far as how many witnesses, etc. It won't give me a total. Like I kind of got to guesstimate. So this cost me $10. What I'm here to tell you is that I am willing to do the transcripts if you guys want the transcripts done. However, Vail gonna need the Cash App hit up because I am not right now in the position to be spending maybe $200 and some odd dollars, close to $300 on transcripts to read to y'all, and the video probably ain't gonna return that. So this will take us, if we do this, if we embark on this, and the donations from it is gonna, y'all paying for it. If y'all pay for it, that's gonna dictate whether or not we do it. But the other piece is, if we do it, we're talking, it's gonna be probably like a week and a half, 2 weeks of us doing the content. I see we're at 78%. I think it dropped a little bit when I said y'all need to help fund it. Now I done bought the first page, the first day. I'm gonna need y'all help with the rest of it. And I don't normally go there with that, but I have to keep it real on here. It's very expensive to run this. I'm paying for a lot of stuff around here. Stuff y'all see and don't know it's costing money, but I'm providing y'all with quality. Yeah. So if 71% of you still want me to go over the trend, well, 72 is adjusting, but it's definitely the majority. So that's a done deal. It's just a matter of us, paying for them, and they are available. Like I checked the dates. Actually, like I said, Shanice and TJ and all that was, that's a TJ, Tiffany J. They were with me when I looked it up and was like, oh my God, look at what we found. We were dancing. So I have another poll in here as well. So there's a question about this because the executive Veeple and I had this conversation a few months ago in one of our live streams about how to approach this as far as the reenacting of the is this too much? What is it doing? Okay. The reenacting of the transcripts. And the question was, or is, that I'm putting out here. And this poll is about to look different. I'm trying something new with the poll. I don't think this is going to do. Let me see. I'm going to put I'm going to put Veil and Veeple to rap. Okay. So hopefully this will work. Let's see. Because when I put, why is it? Okay, hold on. It's got too many characters. Bear with me. No, maybe it's this one that got too many characters. I'm gonna put the number 2. I'm gonna do it like, okay, because it's got character limits. So I gotta, okay, so I'm putting this question in the chat. Make sure it, yeah, it did it. So this poll, please only vote. Don't be yes and no, and stay away from the yeses and nos. We're not doing yes and no. We're only doing with this poll. Do you want the Veeple to help me reenact the script, as in me, Vel B, or me and Vel Nito to do it? And if you want Vel and Vel Nito to reenact it, then you select that. If you want Vel and our Veeple from our Veeple community, we pretty much got people who volunteered already, so be out of that crew. Let me know, and then we'll decide from there. So ways that you can support this if you really want to see this content, you can Cash App. It's rolling across the screen at IamVelB or $IamVelB. You can Zelle IamVelB@gmail.com. You can Venmo at IamVelB. And you can super chat here too. Yeah, I mean, if you want to keep it simple and you ain't got all the other stuff and you want to do that, you can super chat here too. The money comes in, I take care of it. It's just that simple. So that's all I got for that. But are y'all happy? Are y'all happy about it? Oh, it's so close. Why are people hitting yes and no? Y'all, come on now. 8% say yes. 7 yes to what? It was an either or question. So you're saying yes to both? What is that? How you make your own rules when I say literally stay away from the yes? I couldn't take it out. I wish I could, but it's automatically there. Why y'all be messing with me? Y'all be picking on me. Y'all some bullies. Y'all be bullying me sometimes. I know y'all love me, and I love y'all too. But some days, y'all be in the mood. Y'all done got pissed off from work, or your kid done came in with an attitude. And you like, you know all I do for you, and you coming in here with an attitude, and you take it out on me. Look, it done went up. It's more of y'all voting yes and no. I'm moving on. I'm done with y'all. Moving on. It's literally like, well, y'all yeses and nos are throwing the vote off. I don't know if y'all realizing that. Because if y'all voted correctly, I'm going to end this. No, because it's too hard for me to redo this one. Why y'all be doing this to me? I can't cut and paste it. Let me redo this because y'all messing up the vote. Because now it's throwing off, it's making it everything look even. What are y'all doing? Stop. Stop it right now. I'm doing this poll one more time because I'm just as I have the same answer I had before, which is I don't know. I don't know what they want. Literally, I got the same answer because y'all voting all over the place. Do not, please, y'all help y'all family members, your Veeple members out in the chat. Please tell these babies not to vote. The yes and no option I cannot unfortunately take out of this, which is a glitchy thing with YouTube. I need to email somebody. Could y'all get rid of that? Make it where you can edit it. So, okay, I'm putting it back. Give me a second because this is more than just one sentence. And then please do not vote yes. I mean, I know somebody going to do it. I know for a fact somebody going to do it. But the majority of y'all, please vote the correct way. Please pay attention. Vel and Veeple to react. Vel and to reenact. Okay, I think we're good. One of them is spelled wrong, I'm noticing. Reenact. Thank you so much. Somebody just sent a super chat. Let's see. Okay, it's going back up there. Now, please, we're only voting. I want Vel and Vel Nito, or I want Vel and Veeple, which means, you know, our Veeple community members. Thank you so much, Sarah. Oh yeah, it's on the screen. Thank you. Who backstage? Marianne and Alice Blessed of Good. Thank you, ladies, for putting that on the screen. Thank you so much, Sarah J. Sarah J is starting the bidding. She's like, we ain't got time to be playing. Let's get this going. Let's get this. Okay, I think we got some cash apps too. Or is that just a regular message? Let me see. Oh no, y'all ain't sent nothing. Y'all ain't sent nothing. No, that's an old message. Okay, now let's see. Whew, Jesus. Oh, it's still very close. Look, we still got people voting yes and no. I told y'all. Some people just do not listen. And it ain't isolated to our family. It's a human nature thing. It's not a us thing. It's not a them thing. It's a human nature thing. Some people just make up their own rules no matter what you say. Y'all already know this. Thank you so much, Love Jersey 74. I support you, Val, and I appreciate your support. That way I can support and provide quality to y'all. I think it's undeniable at this point that I don't shortstop with providing y'all with quality and entertainment, and I level up at every point that I can. I'm not shy to say that at this point. I give y'all my blood, sweat, and tears. That's why I was like, I'm gonna have to ask my Veeple to pay for this, because this is as bad as I'm okay with doing it. It's like I got to be realistic too with what I got going on in my real world life. Okay, so it's literally just even. So the Veeple are gonna do it. The Veeple are gonna help. just forget it. The Veeple it's also gonna be better on my voice anyway. So maybe Velnito might step in here, like he might do something if he want to. Maybe he do the open and close argument. We'll see what he feel like doing, if anything. But the Veeple will do it. We'll have a Patreon meeting. We'll start breaking it down and figuring it out. Thank you so much, Deborah. Let's get it in, because y'all know when we do. Come on now, y'all already. I ain't even got to talk it up. Y'all already know. I ain't got to talk it up. Okay, so wait, is that all on that one? Did I go too far? I think I went too far. Hold on, y'all. I messed up. I'm messing up stuff. No, I think I finished that. Yep, I finished that. Yep, did it? Yep, that was it. All right, so we are moving on to a poll that y'all can't mess up. I mean, y'all can vote wrong, but you can't mess it up like the other one. Let me take this off the screen. Oh, there go the poll. Did it go through? Question is, have you watched my video? Thank you so much, Donna Hammy. Oh, y'all ain't playing. Y'all is not playing. Thank you so much, Margin, Kathleen. Hold on, because usually I don't have my phone on and next to me. I don't notice. Kathleen, thank you. Friend, Sandra, thank you. I don't say people's last names just in case they don't want them said, so I just stick with the first name. Marlena, thank you so much, friend. Disha, I'm sorry, I know I'm butchering it. That somebody just said he butchers the name. I do. Dishas, maybe. Thank you so much, friend. Disha H rather. Thank you so much, friend. Okay. Pink Pearls, thank you. Oh my God, y'all blowing this up. I can't keep up now. Pink Pearls, and I saw Donna and Valerie and Felicia B. Y'all are freaking amazing. Y'all about to make me cry. Don't make me cry up in here. Do not make me cry up in here. Because y'all don't know how I'm a kind of person. It's hard for me to ask for help. So thank y'all. Because I want to give y'all these things. And if I could, and it not be like a drop in a bucket, if I was a rich, if it was like that, they'll be like, I ain't bothering them about that. Here y'all go. I've been just popped up on the screen like, guess what we're reading today? Like I'll be doing all that. Y'all know I love a dramatic. But I ain't got it like that right now. I'm like Tasha K. I ain't as bad as Tasha K. I ain't gonna say that. Thank God I ain't in that kind of debt. Lord, please. I ain't in that kind of debt. But I can say I ain't got it. Like she's saying, I ain't got it. I think I said thank you, Felicia B. But if I didn't, Valerie said, let's do it, Vel and Veeple. Yes, let's do it. Felicia said, anything you need, we got you. You said usually. And I appreciate that. That's what a friendship is. You ain't gotta have me everything every step of the way. Just usually is good enough. I'll accept what I can get. So the poll question is, have you watched my video called Charles Speaks? Well, the title, the thumbnail says that Charles Speaks from over a year ago. 60% of you said yes. 40% of you said no. It's jumping a little bit, but to the 40% or so of you, it's a video you might want to check out. I should have thought about putting it in the link below. I'll try to do it during one of these videos if I remember. But anyway, so it's a video I did, and it was to this day, it is the highest viewed video that I have on this channel. Shocking that my video on Charles Crenshaw is my highest viewed video on this entire channel. And I have 30 videos or something on this channel. And the video on Charles Crenshaw from Welcome to Sweetie Pies is the highest. Not the Tim Norman trial, not the live streams we did that had 7,000 people in the chat. Not that, but Charles Crenshaw. Y'all love y'all some Charles. Thank you so much, D Baby, for the super sticker. Appreciate you. So I was like, obviously, if I'm going to talk about the Sweetie Pie's family, I must absolutely cover the person who obviously people were very interested in knowing what is happening with them. So with Charles, I watch Charles from the bushes. I don't want him to know that because I don't want him to block me. Charles, I think he okay with me, but I'm not sure because in court, he would look hard at me like I knew he knew. Like he knew like that's a YouTuber. But it wasn't shady, but it also wasn't like a friendly nod or anything. It was more like I'm watching you kind of thing. Ooh, what you might be saying about me later or something. It was more like that. But I haven't dogged Charles. I like Charles. I love Charles. I can heart these. When I start being in. How was I? Thank you so much, Life for Londa, for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. I was able to heart hers. Can I heart the? Oh, I can. That's got to be a new feature. When we get to, and what that do on y'all in when I heart your thing? That must be new. I'm sorry, that's throwing me off. I'm like, wait a minute. There's like an empty heart for me to heart. Maybe that's to help us when we're doing the broadcast if we like are in the middle of talking and all that. I guess that for some reason D babies don't have that on it though. So it's something different about D babies. I don't know why. Okay, anyway, so we have Charles, and so I watch Charles from the bushes. And he'll post. He doesn't post often at all, but occasionally when he does post, I see it. Usually I archive it because you never know when we're gonna, something's gonna need to be talked about or y'all be interested. But Charles has just been living his life. It seems like on Juneteenth or around Juneteenth, he was. I think he was at Busch Garden, if I'm not mistaken. But he was at a zoo. And he was playing with the birds and feeding the goats. And then earlier this year, he was in Aspen with his friends. I did not pull the pictures of his friends, but he has pictures on there of his friends, but they're not celebrities or public figures, so I'm not putting them out there like that. But anyway, it says he ended up putting a caption with this particular post, and it had this picture and like 3 or 4 other pictures, and it was him and his friends, a group of them in a group, him with a girl, and them just kind of hanging out. You could tell. He says, "I miss you guys so much. I don't see them often, but when I do, there's never a dull moment. Oh, and I learned how to ski." So he went to Aspen and learned how to ski. He has a very diverse group of friends, with him being the melanated one. Say the best way I can without saying too much. Anyway, thank you so much for Sharilda, maybe Sharilda. Thank you so much, friend. I know I'm not the first one to mess up your name, but I appreciate you, and please don't hold it against me. Okay, so that's that. So that's on Charles. That's all. Nothing major. And that's a little bit of why I didn't ever do a separate video on it. Now, if you go back and watch that video I did on him before, he actually speaks on the Tim situation. That's why I titled it or put on the thumbnail, Charles Speaks, because he said something that gave people an idea of how he feels about the situation. And also there was the guy who was flirting with him the whole time. Everybody caught that. So many comments under there talking about how the guy was obviously caking hard for Charles. But Charles is definitely a handsome young man. Question I had was, have you been wondering what Charles has been up to lately? 83% of you have been. So again, I'm glad I pulled it out. So the post that actually sparked me to even say, I think it's time for a Sweetie Pie's overall family update was this post that Janae did. When was it? I don't even have a date here, but it was 5 weeks ago. So whenever 5 weeks ago was, she posted a picture of herself, and I had some Veeple send this to me. I saw it on social media, but they sent it to me as well. And so I had it cataloged like, okay, it's time to do a Sweetie Pie's update. But it was the family there. And I don't know how well you can see, but it is Janae's mom, Janae's youngest son. You got TJ, You got Miss Robbie, and that's great news. Some of you know why this would be great news. Then some little kids I don't know. We got Janice. We got a cousin that I think looks familiar, but maybe I saw her in court or something. And then we got Linda, and then we got Naya, who is Monique's daughter. And then we have on the end, the man is Janae's husband. I forgot his name. What's his name, y'all? I never really committed his name to memory. Thank you, Sharnetta. Thank you so much. Oh, okay, and I know who you are now. Thank you for letting me know, because now I can place a name with the screen name. Thank you so much, friend. Now, hopefully I'll remember. I'll forget. I will forget, but eventually it'll click. Eventually. Just keep reminding me of that, and it'll click. So anyway, the family was gathered together for TJ's 12th birthday with the family. And so the cool part is that some people had been wondering, I got to remember to look at y'all. Moderators, you can be starring comments for me. Like if you want me to notice them, definitely star them, because I don't always notice what's on the screen. Most of the time I don't. But I'll check the comments after I end this part of the update. But anyway, yeah, so they were all gathered together for Timmy's 12th birthday. And the great part is some people were wondering, did Janae and Miss Robbie ever make amends? Because they fell out in 2020, what was it, June or July of 2020, over Tim's antics, basically. Because when you look at it, Tim just is full of tricks and stunts. And, you know, they were on social media fighting and all of that. And so it's good to see that obviously they have made amends. You know, with her, Miss Robbie being older and all of that, it was like, you definitely were hoping that they were able to, you know, squash that. And I never saw Janae was never at court or anything. I didn't think it was a reason for her to be. People was like, oh, what Janae gonna say when she testified? I'm like, Janae ain't got to testify. She ain't got nothing to do with this. So no, Janae never testified, never came. She's probably like, I told y'all. But also on the topic of TJ, she also posted a caption where she said underneath that photo, she says, "Happy 12th birthday to my sweet boy Timmy. Your kindness is going to take you so many unbelievable places in life. God knew exactly what I needed when he blessed me with you, and every day you continue to amaze me. You are something special, my little miracle baby. God showed out when he made you." Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet from the mama. So I don't know how many of you remember the episode or episodes, because it was a few episodes. It was part of almost the whole season, I think, when TJ was born. And he was unfortunately born premature, 6 months premature, if I'm not mistaken, where Janae went in for a doctor's visit, pregnancy checkup, and ended up finding out that she needed to have like an emergency C-section or something to that effect, and ended up in the hospital from that day that thought she was just going for a doctor's visit all the way for 6 months. She was in that hospital, and she was not leaving her baby's side. Thank you so much, Anita, for the super sticker. I really appreciate you, friend. Yes, he was a fighter. I'm just noticing Trikesha saying, yes, he was a fighter. Yeah, it was amazing watching him go from, I mean, he was little, like holding the palm of your hand little. So for those of you who don't know that, but yes, that's how we got so attached to that family. Like we watched them go through all of these stages when we didn't know Tim was an evil monster. We watched him, supposedly we thought, be in love with a young lady who was, you know, Janae. You know, they getting their building their life together, and it was just a whole thing. The mom and them getting into business. It just was inspiring and all of that. And then we find out it's just the devil. Thank you so much, Lisa S. Appreciate you, friend, for the cash out. If you're sending Zelles, that was a little harder for me to look at, but thank you if you're sending Zelles as well, and Venmos. Venmo, I I got to go into a different space for it. So anyway, she also posted a few pictures that I'll just share here. She posted his first birthday party plugger. And if I'm not mistaken, y'all correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but I think this was the birthday party that Tim didn't show up to. And the power went out. I think they were having it at Miss Robbie's house, if I'm not mistaken. The power went out during the baby shower and it was out for a couple hours. But Tim was so busy talking about he had to work at the restaurants and stuff that he didn't even come to his own son's first birthday party. Didn't even roll through. I mean, it was a lot of signs, y'all. It was a lot of signs for her and us. A lot of signs. Yeah, I felt bad for Janae as a mother. I can only imagine what she was going through. Yes, and then on top of that, Tim wouldn't hold TJ. He wouldn't touch him for months. And then when he finally did, I was like, okay, he's a narcissist. When he finally did pick up TJ, he only did it when Janae wasn't around. Because he's like, I'm not going to basically give her the gratification of her seeing this because she's been trying to get me to do it. Like, what? Craziness. And I don't know. It could have been done for the show, too. I'm sure it probably was scripted. But the fact that even he was a writer, the head writer of the show. So for him to even want to put that in there says a lot. So that's TJ, somewhere around 1 or 2 years old. Then we have here, he looked like he under 1 here, maybe, or right at 1 year old. And then this is him with, Janae, and they're obviously at the upper crust location that is defunct and no longer in existence. Have they toured, those are my Veeple who are from St. Louis, have they torn down the upper crust location yet? I'm very curious. I honestly would like to be there for that, and not like because I'm celebrating that it's being torn down, but just to see it, like, because it's got memories and stuff. And I've been there a few times. Linda Taylor saying not yet. Part of me would like to be there, but I'm not gonna travel all the way to St. Louis just to watch a building get torn down. But I know they tore down, what was it, the theater next to it or whatever. That's gone. And I didn't even notice that until I was watching some of my footage from the last time I was there and I recorded in that area. And I was like, wait a minute, it was a building next to this. Yeah. And then this is TJ not too long ago, a year or so ago, I think. Maybe a little longer than that. I forgot what year this was, but because I've seen this picture before. It's been more than a year because this is him currently. He is definitely a big boy. Definitely. He's kind of starting to look somewhat like a little teenager. So that is our TJ. Also, did you all know that I don't know how many, it looks like all of us are super fans. This is what I'm gathering, but I'm gonna put it in this chat anyway. Did you know that Janae also had another son after she had TJ or Timmy or Lil Tim, whatever you want to call him? Did you know that she had another son? So I don't know the other. I forget. Is his name AJ? And what did y'all say? It's probably Starred. I hope it's Starred. The name of her husband, because I didn't catch it. It's scrolling. Alicia Donaldson is asking, Veil, what's your Cash App again, Veil? It's scrolling literally that red bar scrolling across the bottom. That's the Cash App in there. But it is $ I am VelB because everything is I am VelB. So $ I am VelB, but it's also scrolling across the bottom of the screen, and it's about to come up right after this text number, if I'm not mistaken. So here's the picture. Oh, it's up. Like, wait a minute. Here's the picture. It's up. Yeah. Oh, thank you for that, Cheryl, because I didn't mention it. So Tim actually has 2 sons. He has TJ, who is his oldest, and then he had a son with his last girlfriend. That son, y'all, how old would that son be now, to your knowledge, from your remembrance? Is it 2 or 3? Maybe 3 going on 4? Something like that. Maybe 3. 2 or... Now, because it seemed like that son was born right before he went to jail, maybe 4. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Majestic. That's like, oh, some people saying about 5. So between 4 and 5, depending on when. Well, somebody's saying 3. Between 3 to 5. Let's go with that. It's quite a range, but between 3 and 5. And this is family picture. Also, I wanted to know, because I had forgot this. I thought I didn't know this. And I was talking to, again, the Veeple who were hanging out with me today as our live work with me all day session. And they had to stay with me all day. They just were in and out and all that good stuff. But did you know that Janae and her family has a YouTube channel? Currently, it's up. They haven't posted in a year. But did you know? Okay, yes. Thank you, Tiffany J. Yes, AJ is short for Art Jr. Okay, Art, what's his name? Art is the husband's name. But yes, did you know that they had a YouTube channel? And I was like, I forgot. I don't know if it was you, Tiffany, or I think it was Shanice who said it. Was like, oh yeah, they have a YouTube channel called the Meet the Shivers. And I went to it and I was like, I didn't know this. I went to it and then I was already subscribed. I was like, oops, I forgot. I just forgot I guess I had subscribed when I found out and never thought about it again, never watched the video. But yes, they do have a YouTube channel if you wanted to go over there and be nosy, like I am later, now that I remember. But if you want to go over there and be nosy, it's called Meet the Shivers. They have not posted in a year, but there are some videos over there. Yes, Explore. Janae looks amazing. She looks amazing. Absolutely. It's amazing what when you get rid of dead weight, literally, what your whole body, mind, and spirit starts to look like. Okay, then I got a little video. It's got music on it, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna let a second of the music play. Let me put this in a poll first, though. Okay. Where we at? Oh, let me put this in. I'm like, okay. Let me take this down first, though. So this is Janae. She knows she a 10. So this is her hanging out with her friend. And as I was watching this, I said, oh, I recognize this friend. This was, and it looks like the majority of you do not remember or recognize this friend, but you may remember this scene that the friend was in. So do y'all remember the scene where Janae is in the new house that Tim bought that she wouldn't let him move in? I love that part of the story. The new house that he bought that she wouldn't let him move in. And she was in the kitchen with Monique and one of her friends. And Janae was sitting on the counter. She's crying. She's like, I've uprooted my life. I moved here. I don't have family here. You know, I came here for him and he sold me a dream. And, you know, basically like, you know, telling me a dream of helicopter rides and all of this stuff. And life was going to be great. And he got me out here bad. She's crying. She's upset. And they were basically, this friend particularly was like, you got to leave when you're ready kind of stuff. So they were coaching her. But I don't know if y'all remember. Psychology East says she remembers it too. Yes, Keisha is saying that she remembers as well. Yeah, I see a few of y'all saying y'all remember. So this is the friend who was in that scene. And she's aging very well. Like, she's beautiful. Then we move on to, I called her the star of the show in my video, and somebody corrected me. This is a good poll question. This is a good poll question because I don't know what shows up. I mean, you know, I got like 3,000 videos on them and with the credits and everything, but I ain't really paid attention to who's the star of the show. So is Miss Robbie, or was, I should say, I could have left that long, but anyway, was Miss Robbie the star of the show, And I mean, no, I'm not looking for nobody to side with me, but I just said it. I didn't really think it through or pay attention to the credits. I know that Tim created the show. I know he's the head writer. I know all of that. I get all that. But to me, it was her show. It was like, she the star. But somebody was like, Miss Robbie is not the star of the show. I was like, oops, okay. I don't quite agree. I mean, I see what you're saying. If you're looking at it on paper, maybe it might say starring Timothy Norman or Tim Norman. But thank you so much, Sabrina Lloyd, for the super chat, friend. But yeah, I'm like, without her, there's no show. So that makes her the star to me. I know what your contracts say because you did come up with the idea, but without your mama and her restaurants and her history as being an ICAT, you ain't got nothing, buddy. So she the star. Majestic is saying Charles was. Yes. Yes. Charles was in certain seasons. I think honestly, the stars of the show changed over the seasons. However, Miss Robbie was an undertone of being the star, with the exception of, I say, towards the later seasons when he moved to LA and started opening up all those restaurants under her name, and what she didn't want him to. I think with the exception of that, she was the star, but like she kind of wasn't on the show as much the last couple seasons. Thank you so much for the super chats that are, the cash apps that are coming in. The Christina Haskins. I'm gonna have to go to my Venmo before I leave. Y'all remind me, please don't let me forget to check Venmo after Enzel. Monique Royal. Thank you, friend. I'm sorry, I meant to not read these last names. Have it. Alicia. Yeah, that's Alicia. And Darlene P. Thank you so much, friends. I think y'all paying. I think by the time we're done, we're gonna have the money we need. I'm starting to have some faith that we're gonna be good. I thought we might have to do a couple conversations about this to get it, but y'all, I think y'all gonna show up and show out tonight, and I appreciate that. Because we just start. I can get this ready for next week. If y'all ready next week, we can just go ahead and just start rolling into it. I got to meet with the Veeple, the executive Veeple, and work some things out. But we meet tomorrow anyway. We gonna hang out tomorrow anyway. So anyway, okay. So 76% of you agree with me. That's why I was like, I felt so attacked, and I'm like, you act like I'm just totally incorrect. And yeah, okay, whatever. Teach is on. I mean, believe what you want to believe, but without her, there's no show. So update on Miss Robbie. Miss Robbie did celebrate her 83rd birthday. She put on Twitter, not Twitter. What am I talking about? Twitter. I like Twitter, but she put on Instagram. Somebody put it on there. I don't think she'd be on there. her social media person put on her Instagram, 83 years young, and I'm still having fun, celebrating another year of life and love. And that was on June 16th was her birthday. What sign does that make her, y'all? I don't know off the top of my head. Then another one of her posts. So again, I'm just giving updates, random updates on each of our, faves from the show. She put this picture up. This was when Tina Turner passed away. And she also put up a little tribute to Tina. So that's what it looked like. I'll keep the picture up while I read it to y'all. Y'all trust I ain't gonna make this up. Anyway, she says, Tina Turner was a true legend and an incredible woman who has left an incredible mark on the world. I am heartbroken, but I will forever cherish the memories we shared and the moments we spent together. Tina touched the souls of people around the world through her talent, strength, and unwavering spirit. Tina's music and her story will continue to inspire and uplift us for generations to come. I offer my deepest condolences to her millions of fans around the world. Rest in peace, my dear Anne. You will be deeply missed. I'll never forget our time together. Robbie. That was very sweet. That almost got to me in a minute. Like I started thinking about my friend. It's just, y'all not gonna break me down. Y'all got me emotional because y'all actually showing support more than the norm support. And then reading that about somebody losing their friend. And for those of you you know. Anyway, so she posted that. That was heartfelt. That was a beautiful message. Then she was out on the town. And I couldn't tell if this was, I was going to say I couldn't tell if this was a concert or not, because Patty, she dresses sharp no matter what. And I was going to say, but she wouldn't wear this on the stage. But the truth is, Patty would change after again. So I don't know where this was. She didn't give any context to where. I don't know if they were going. It looks like they're in a bar area. It's like something behind them. So I don't know if they were hanging out as a crew, or if Miss Robbie went to her concert and this is backstage somewhere. I have no idea. But anyway, what she did caption, she said, "Out with Patti LaBelle," and she said, "No, I put that. What she captioned was saying, "Age ain't nothing but a number. Age ain't nothing but a number," as Aaliyah says. So other updates we have is a little bit of a retraction from my part. And that is in regards to the update of her business ventures. We know that she started tried to start a marijuana dispensary with some business partners. Well, I don't know how many of y'all know that, but I did a story about that too. If you missed it, I don't know. I think it's on my Sweetie Pies playlist, but if you look through my videos, you'll find it. Something about her new business. But anyway, she was going into a business deal with some people to open up a marijuana dispensary in St. Louis. And unfortunately, the people that she was working with obviously were not taking care of business. So they did not turn the paperwork in on time. And it was other, like, with these dispensaries, they usually have people bidding, people with lots of money, and it'd be a ton of them. And so that was the case, but they lost their bid. So don't know what else happened with that. But I think they were appealing, but they had missed the deadline for paperwork. So I don't know how that worked. I ain't heard nothing else about it. Poll question is, did you know that Miss Robbie closed all of her restaurants? 82% of you said yes. 20% of you said no. The reason I asked this poll question, is because you'd be amazed how many times I still see people, not as much lately, because people haven't been talking about them as much lately, but how many times I've seen people who think that she still has restaurants open. And so I was like, let me make sure that we clarify that before we get into the next part of this. So on Sunday, September 25th, Miss Robbie officially at 6 p.m. officially closed her last remaining. No, that's not correct. I'm sorry. About to miss. Oh God, I'm lying to y'all. Oh Jesus, y'all ain't gonna trust nothing else I say. That's not true. She closed the Upper Crust location on Sunday, September 25th of 2022 at 6 p.m. And at that time, she had the notice on the door. This is about a week and a half or so before it closed, or the week of that it was going to close, something like that. And it says, Sweetie Pie's Upper Crust location will be closed until further notice. We are closing to make room for the more than $400 million Cochrane Veterans Hospital expansion. We thank each and every one of you for your 25 years of support. It has been a pleasure to serve you, your friends, and family. We hope to have an opportunity to serve you in the future. And so that was when she was closing the Upper Crust location. A few months later, and that was in September, I think it was in March, if I'm not mistaken, she ended up closing her final remaining restaurant, which was the Flying Bird in Jackson, Mississippi. She closed that restaurant, and that was her last remaining restaurant. So the Upper Crust location in St. Louis, which is their home base, had no choice but to close because of eminent domain from the Veterans Hospital that was located, or is located, directly behind it. Like, it's shadowing over, it's across the street, like across the street, a small side street. So they did eminent domain, and this was something that was in the works for well over a decade. They literally talked about that on the show when she first got word that they wanted to tear her, that they wanted to buy her out and take her. They wanted to buy her out and take her land, and she was refusing and fighting tooth and nail. But fast forward 10 years later, it officially happened. So where we are now, as of today, to my knowledge, I mean, we got our St. Louis Veeple in the chat. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but to my knowledge, there's no restaurant currently open. However, Ms. Robbie has made an announcement, or allowed an announcement to be made, that she is in the process of building out a new restaurant called The Second Act. The Second Act. And so I have a little video. This is actually a video I did announcing that she was opening up she was going to open up a new Sweetie Pie's location. They said, you know, here in the flyer that we hope to have an opportunity to serve you in the future. And so basically she was letting us know we ain't gone. We ain't gone. So they found this location. I did a video on this a month or two ago, whatever it was. When I did the video, I did it based on the announcement that she was opening up a restaurant on the corner of, is it Kings Highway and Martin Luther King Drive, if I'm not mistaken. Again, my St. Louis Veeple, correct me if I'm wrong, this off the top of my head. And because I'm not from there and they didn't give specifics in the update, I looked around, looked for information, and there was none. So I did an educated guess or an uneducated guess to try to figure out where was this. And there was a place that was under construction, and I made the assumption that it was that. But I gave a disclaimer in the video. Don't matter, because as we see, even in the poll, people don't listen, even when I'm literally repeating constantly, like, hey, don't vote yes, don't do yes or no, only do this. And then they keep doing it. With the video, I literally gave a disclaimer. I don't know. I'm just taking a guess. And then I have comments like, fake news, you a liar, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I literally said, y'all let me know. I'm not sure. You got to love this side. Being on this side, I tell y'all. So anyway, we're going to watch this video. Oh, what did I say I wanted to do for y'all while I was, good Lord, I forgot. Ah, Jesus. Anyway, this is about a 4-minute video. I'm going to play this for y'all, take a swig of water and all that good stuff. Oh, let me take this down. So this is my actual video that I did, and then we'll talk. So this will give you a quick little overview summary.
Welcome back to my channel, where we bond over our favorite TV shows, trending topics, and everything in between that we care about. So today we have an update on Miss Robbie Montgomery, the star of the OWN network reality TV show, Welcome to Sweetie Pies. As some of you may know, Miss Robbie closed her last remaining Sweetie Pies restaurant in Jackson, Mississippi on March 20th of 2023 due to unforeseen circumstances, which some speculate was in fact due to the September 2022 conviction of her son, James Timothy Norman, who was convicted of 2 life sentences for conspiracy to commit M for hire against his nephew, Andre Montgomery, in March of 2016, because that location was the passion project and brainchild of James Timothy Norman. Additionally, just months before, Miss Robbie had closed her prized flagship upper crust location in St. Louis, Missouri in September of 2022 due to eminent domain from the Cochran's Veteran Hospital campus expansion, which was located right behind that restaurant. And since then, Miss Robbie has kind of been off of the radar, besides an occasional social media post of her living her best life. Well, now we have an official update on what Miss Robbie has been up to since closing her last operating restaurant in Jackson, Mississippi in late March. According to Hot 104, based out of St. Louis, they posted, Miss Robbie gave us permission to announce that she's opening up another restaurant again in our city. Yes, Dr. Martin Luther King Drive and Kings Highway Boulevard. Let's give her a big St. Louis congratulations. Hashtag we love you, Miss Robbie. Hashtag share this post. And that's what we're doing. And under that post were hundreds of reactions from people congratulating and giving their thoughts on the location, with one commenter saying, hey, she's definitely trying to give back to the hood, but I hope they respect her there. Kudos to her. And with another commenter saying, how many people frequent her restaurant? Moreover, how many people frequent MLK and Kings Highway? The White Castle moved from that location. And why would anyone put sugar in mac and cheese? So, disclaimer, there isn't much info out on the new location besides the social media post that I just read from Hot 104. That just gave us information on the intersection of where the new restaurant will be located. So I had to do some research online and therefore make some assumptions, at least for now, until we can get confirmation. So the only property in the immediate area of that intersection that appears to be able to accommodate a Sweetie Pie's restaurant similar to the scale of the upper crust location was this property that appears to have been under construction as of 2022. And from the scale and design, it definitely looks like it could possibly be the future home of the next Sweetie Pie's restaurant location, especially since it has a similar look to the former upper crust location. And it looks like Miss Robbie may have been working on this project well before she announced the closing of the upper crust location due to eminent domain with the expansion of the Veterans Hospital campus. Because this property was vacant land based on the Google Earth image from 2019 and has been under construction since at least 2022. And I'm hoping that some of our St. Louis Veeple can help me pin down a more exact time frame on the start of this construction project. And if you are in St. Louis and have that information, definitely feel free to hit me up in our text community or in our VIP Facebook group. Nevertheless, as promised in her closure notice on the upper crust location, the Sweetie Pie's restaurant is coming back home sometime in the near future. And of course, with anything Sweetie Pie's, I'll be sure to keep following this story as it develops. So please like this video and subscribe for more on this story and many more. And let us know your thoughts on this story in the comments below. Until next time, make sure to take care and be blessed. Peace.
Thank you. Thank you, Chef Fine as Wine, for pointing out to me, because sometimes I'm in just work mode, trying to give quality content after 9.5 hours of preparing this live stream for y'all. I know, it looks probably like I did this in 15 minutes, but no. I have witnesses. I spent 9.5 hours on this. So thank you, Chef Fine as Wine, for pointing out to me, hey, the way people show, that they're happy and happy you come out 5 days a week now and want you to continue and motivate you is by giving the likes, because it's like a tip. A free tip at that. All you do is a tap. It ain't a tip, it's a tap. Can I get a tap? I'm gonna need these likes. Now I'm gonna finish this story and I'm gonna read our comments. But before I move on to Darius Cooks, I'm gonna need these likes. We got 600. I thank all of you who are viewing, and I know some of y'all busy, your hands busy, you're driving. Some people, I saw somebody the other day say, "Oh, I just got out the shower." I get it. It's fine. I do all the same stuff. Everything y'all doing, I'll be doing too. That's why I don't expect 100% of the likes, because I get that everybody can't hit the like button. But my guesstimation is that at least 500 of y'all can hit the like. So I won't move on until I'm going to move on now. I'm going to keep going. Hopefully y'all don't make me stop. But if I don't see 500 likes by the time it's time to move on to the next segment, I got to just wait. I'll play some commercials or something. Or I can just, see y'all tomorrow. Because again, if that was 9.5 hours, Jesus, I'm at about hour 12 or 13. I love y'all and it's fine. I'm gonna do it, but I'm just asking for a little support on the back end. That's all. Okay, so I'm just keeping moving. I ain't gonna play. I'm finna sit here and just stare at no numbers now. I don't get paid to stare at numbers. I get paid to deliver content. So let's get on with the content. So as I gave the disclaimer, as you see from the video. The disclaimer that I get, okay, 550. There you go, Don. Don said 550. I cannot. Don is one of my faithful Veeple, and she said it's got to get up to 550. I was trying to keep it low. I was like, I ain't finna put pressure on them. Don said it's got to be 550. I got to listen to Don. Don been around a long time. She knows what it takes. So Don said y'all got to hit 550 before I can move on to the next one. So I'm going to continue this, 550 before we move on to Crooks. Because y'all know y'all know I'm make that good too. I know some of y'all here for the Sweetie Pies. Trust everything we do is as good as this. Even some of it's way better. Anyway, so as you saw in the video, I did give the disclaimer. People totally ignored that. That didn't mean shit. Ish. I'm sorry. Ish. That didn't mean ish. And so they're like, you liar, fake news. You need to research better. It's like, I give up. Anyway, so come to find out that, in fact, it wasn't that location. That's the new beauty. It's a beauty supply place. I've got the name that they told me. It had moved from across the street to over in that new building. When after fact, I was like, it does look just, we got those around, they all over the place now, no matter where you go across the country. So I was like, that is that style that they do now. So in our communities, that's all. I ain't going there. How they making these super beauty marts in our community, but we got a soul food places, but no, let me stop. So anyway, what in fact is happening is that Miss Robbie has taken over the I'll read this, the Old Family Dollar. So this person put, it is official, Sweetie Pie's 2, which is second act, is set to rebuild, and rumor says that this is the new location for the popular restaurant. So you see, it was even a rumor for people in St. Louis, but it's been confirmed that this is it. Y'all know the Old Family Dollar that turned into Dollar General and then back to Family Dollar, which is at the intersection of MLK and Kings Highway in North City, St. Louis. Miss Robbie is also planning to invest around $3 million for the new soul food restaurant rebuild with multiple job openings. Now, what I heard, I think I said it in that, I wasn't listening to myself because I've seen that video a bunch of times in creating it. But anyway, I know that they said that she was talking about 25 jobs, which is way lower than what she normally would have. And then the other thing is someone, I forgot where I saw it at. Someone messaged me or something. Is it here? Oh no, it's here. It's I have it as I didn't put it in here. But anyway, another person said, I heard it is going to be the Old Family Dollar at little east from this building, a little east from the building I pointed out in that video. The location is a little rough. I've seen this a lot. I don't know nothing about the area. I'm just going off what the St. Louis Veeple are saying, and I'm seeing that a lot. So they said, but the area has $32 million available to minority businesses for the purpose of revitalization. It's a good move for the area. It's in very close proximity to a very thriving and popular area as well. I don't know what that area is. Y'all let me know what that area is. What area is that close to? And I get it. I'm seeing Brooklyn say dead smack in the hood. I get it, but y'all, somebody gotta start the gentrification process. Somebody's got to start the rebuilding process. Somebody got to be the first one. And I don't know if she's the first or there's other businesses too that have started this process, but somebody got to do it. And then eventually, people start to follow. You look at the locations that her restaurants have been in. Well, I ain't gonna say all of them, but Mangrove is a thriving, popular area now. I don't know nothing about St. Louis, and I know when I went over there, I'm like, oh, this is gentrified AF. It's just right over there. And then Upper Crust, she obviously picked a location that was on the rise to the point that they wanted to take her building and her land and gave her millions of dollars for it. And I think she paid $500,000 for the building. I think, if I'm not mistaken, $500,000 or $1 million, one of them, $500 or $1 million for the building. And she didn't got millions out of that situation. So she's a smart business lady. I get what everyone is saying. And if you're, you don't feel safe going there, all that, I get that. But I believe that she probably is making a very wise business decision. And also, if they have $32 million for redevelopment, if she's spending $3 million or is costing $3 million for this, she probably putting in half of that, if that, to do the build out. So she knows she's doing. It's probably a good financial move for her. Just giving y'all a heads up, it's 486 likes. It just went up to 487, and I'm almost done with this story. It's almost time to move on to the next segment. Just letting y'all know. What else? Okay, I did that. Y'all throwing me off, got me worried about the likes or begging for likes. Please, sir, can I have a like? Please, madam, sir, can I please have a like? I gotta feed my family. Can I please have a like? What are y'all doing to me? What are y'all doing to me? I'm supposed to be a professional. I'm just supposed to be able to be here to deliver. Do y'all make Chris Rock do that? I ain't that good. I ain't trying to do that. But do y'all? Did you know that Miss Robbie was opening a new restaurant called The Second Act? 38% of you said no, yes, rather. 62% of you said no. I'm actually surprised. I thought it would be reversed. So some of y'all this was a worthy video. I kind of was like, well, I need to update on the stuff I didn't know about the restaurant. I knew that. And I knew I had the picture of Janae being with Miss Robbie and that stuff people were concerned with. Are they still together or back together? I knew those two things. The rest is fluff. I'm being transparent. It's fluff. I was like, what else can I talk about? What else? Oh, Charles, I saw 2 posts from him. Let me put those up. But I'm seeing that many of y'all didn't know some of these things that I just assumed that a lot of people knew. So that's good. I'm glad we talked about it. So moving on to the last part of this segment. Right. Please, sir, madam, can I have a like? Where are we at? 508. We getting there. 42 more to go. If y'all would have hit my number, but Don was like, hell no, Vil, stop playing. Get what you deserve. 550. That's what we're looking for. Love y'all. Appreciate you. Hurry up and dry off if you're in the shower. Don't get electrocuted. Don't try to get no like for me, though. So, is this on? Okay, so I've been struggling with this. But y'all know I know how to get content. And this is something that some of you don't know and would be interested in knowing. And I could really give a full breakdown in the ways that I give breakdowns. I think many of you know that Miss Robbie filed a defamation lawsuit against YouTuber Eat with Philly Phil. Whenever, last year, I don't know. It's all a blur. Yeah, it had to be last year because we ain't that deep into this year. And it was last year, wasn't it? It was last year. So anyway, filed a suit against her. There's been some developments and, there's a docket and I do get the email updates and all of that stuff. And I have done 2 videos on it leading into it. And back then the tone and it was a lot of other stuff happening. And I got busy. I did not follow through and keep updating y'all on the case. So my question is, would y'all like me to do a full breakdown of the Miss Robbie defamation lawsuit? So basically the timeline, like I wasn't there, but I do know what happened. I do. And some pieces I've just put together because I'm smart enough to know what really happened, because I don't feel like we got the full story, but I got to know the full story. So I'm just curious, like, are y'all over that? Y'all don't care about it? Or do you want to know, do you want answers that maybe you feel like you didn't get? Or do you want it from a different perspective? Do you want it in the way that Veil delivers it? And I'm looking here, and the question is, would you like for me to do a full breakdown of the Miss Robbie defamation lawsuit? 85% of you say yes. It's jumping a little bit, but we're doing it. Okay. Thank you. If you didn't get a chance to vote yet, don't worry about it. We're doing it. Also, we have 517 likes, and I only got one more thing to say. And I'm gonna do a commercial after this. Just do a commercial, because I guess we need a few minutes. Also, the other piece of this, there's a full story. There's something. I don't know. I know some of you who follow the Sweetie Pies thing, you are familiar with Eat with Philly Phil. Watched her like you watched me and others. And there's been a lot of conversation. There's things that have happened. There's been a change in the tone, in the streets, the YouTube streets. And I know, I can tell from things that I see and have conversations people have with me, et cetera, that people don't really understand what happened or what is or what isn't. So my other question is, and this is separate than the defamation. I mean, it ties in a little bit, but it's still kind of separate as well. Would you like would you like me to do, and Lord, I ain't trying to start no beefs, but I can handle myself. God knows I can handle myself. But would you like to do want me to do an expose on Eat with Philly Phil? And basically just kind of a timeline and things that occurred, and it's just all over the place. But things have changed, and I'm just noticing and all of that, and I'm just wondering. And so we're at 90%, so we're doing that too. So that would be a live stream, and I will do it like we talk about other things here. So now I know. Lydia Jones says, do the expose. We're nosy. Yeah, I am too, and that's because I'm nosy and because I'm a YouTuber and a researcher and all that other stuff. I have been paying attention to things that were happening literally the whole way through. And I just wasn't saying nothing because that's just how I roll. But it's fascinating, and not in a like do anything to people when they're down, but just from a truth perspective. That's it. Not to drag nobody or nothing, but just from a truth perspective of truly laying out what occurred. That's it. That's it. Just what occurred. Right, exactly. M. Nicole. That's what I would be explaining. What happened? That might be the title. What happened to Eat? What happened? What happened? Because a lot has changed. What happened? And I think it's a cautionary tale for us as well in life and everything else. Yeah. Okay. That takes care of that. Well, on that note, thank all of you. Where are we at? We're at 532. For those of you who may have been wondering, we're at 532 likes. I would say this is a great time to tap your neighbor on the shoulder and say, get them likes up. Get them likes up. And then I'll be back, 533. So I'm going to play this commercial. Hopefully when the commercial's over, because that ain't a long one. I'm only going to play one trailer. Usually this is about 2 minute maybe. So hopefully at that point I can just roll back, because I prefer to roll into the next story and keep it moving so we can move on with life. But we'll see what the likes will determine that. Maybe, I think I'm gonna just keep the trailers playing until, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm here though. I'm just waiting on y'all. Thank you. Love you.
Darius Cooks, also known as your local scammer.
You are, you gay, growing up in Chicago, you just end up being with a tribe of people. I don't know, it's really hard to explain. It might be different now, but when I was growing up, there were crews. We had people we hung with, right? Anyway, and I hung with people like, you remember Calvin, Lavelle, those are people that I used to hang with back in the day, and you see what happened now, especially with randomness of Veil. We ain't heard hide nor have him, have we? We ain't heard hide nor have him, have we? Come to think of it, let me not bring his name up, because let me tell you something. He probably, he ready to. Where's the expose? Where is the expose?
Attack. When you do the attack, you got to make sure you're real rooted and grounded. Look that way. Make sure you're real rooted and grounded so they don't know what's about to go on. You just attack them. You just attack them. What did I say? I said you better do what I said to do. Did they think you're crazy? If they think you're crazy, they'll just walk away slowly like that.
All right, I'm back. We only waiting on one, but I'm gonna continue talking. I ain't gonna hold y'all hostage. But thank you. Don Smart don't play with y'all because I'm like, I got nervous because I'm like, well, the margin is getting lower and lower. It's less people viewing, and she wants the views so high. I mean, the likes so high. So it's almost near. It's almost like she wants 75% likes. Yeah, we're still waiting. I mean, no biggie on that one. I mean, we want it. Please remember to hit that like, but I'm not gonna hold up the show for it. Oh, but what I forgot was y'all comments. That's what I forgot. I was like, wait a minute, I was about to, oh, and this. So I was able to pull up my Zelle during that. Thank you, Sheila P and Donna D. And that was from the other day. Sharilla J, thank you from the other day that I did not notice until just now. Appreciate you for your support. Thank you. I don't think I clicked on Sabrina Lloyd, but thank you so much, friend, for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you as well. And everyone else who will be sending your donation for this epic reenactment of the of the USA, United States of America versus James Timothy Norman M for Hire trial. Gonna be epic. I remember it. I was there. There's no guesswork. I ain't gonna have it all backwards and reading the last day on the first day, and none of that happened. I know how this happened. CJ, right on time. I hope Michelle Griggs is doing good. I need to check in with her, but yes, I need to check in with her. But yes, I pray that Miss Michelle, if you see this, that you're doing well. Even if not, I'll reach out. Anyway, Alice is saying, I think Janae may be okay with Robbie since Tim's in prison. Yeah, I'm assuming, and maybe with him going to prison, because I feel like Janae was more in the know or knew something was coming down the pike. However, like for whatever reason, I know people were saying the feds don't tell nobody nothing, and I know that's true too. But they also might protect someone if they're like, well, we want to make sure he doesn't, take the child and use the child as, a shield or try to leave the state with, and all these things without me saying all the words because I'm on YouTube. So who knows if in that way they may have informed her and maybe not let her know what kind of crime or how serious it was, but that because they were there at her house when he dropped TJ off, hiding in, as he said, hiding in the backyard. I'm like, now that makes sense. They were trying to make sure nothing became of that because that was less than a month before they arrested him. They knew they were about to arrest him. They was, crossing their I's, dotting their I's, crossing their T's, getting whatever they needed from the court, waiting on that stuff to come through. But they knew it was just a matter of scheduling his pickup. So they were tracking him at that point. So I think that was part of her behavior. And I think maybe once Miss Robbie figured out that part or knew about that, or she was able to say things, maybe that helped them heal too. But either way, whatever happened, I'm glad they healed. I'm so glad about that. For the sake of them and TJ and everything. Being maybe Mary Gale says, I pray Charles has a blessed life. He was such a great cousin, friend to Dre. Yes, absolutely. And you can tell he's close to his even Andre's siblings and stuff. You can tell that. Charles is a good guy. You can tell that. I am you, her. I don't know what's going on. Maybe that's I don't know. I'm sorry, friend. Anyway, you said he was very sick, and I remember Tim Sr. being aloof and detached. Yes, when TJ was in the incubator for nearly 6 months. Yes. Wasn't going up there half the time. I was talking about he had to work and stuff, and there's a lot. Yeah, purposeful creation. Actually, now looking back, I would want to look at the timeline of when TJ was born. And I know he's been dealing with Terrica since 2010, 2011. I want to look at some timelines and see, was he at home or was he with Terrica Janae was in the hospital. So sure, he was messing around with women back then too. That's crazy. Purpose for Creation says, and now go back and watch episodes and know how everything's going to end. Yeah, I still, it don't even matter. And I definitely want to see the older, the more recent episodes, that whole thing. Because I think I missed some in between those last seasons, I think. But I maybe not, just maybe because it's been so long. I probably didn't miss an episode. But I don't know. Vel, do you know what Tim's other baby mama is up to, Juanita? No, I do not. Juanitra, rather. No, I do not. No, I don't really look her up or anything. Yeah. She came on the show. She was on there. Well, she was on there a couple times, but yeah, she's never really on my radar. Because she wasn't really a cast member. Short hair cutie 88 says, I understand the family is trying to move forward, but it still bothers me that Miss Robbie wouldn't acknowledge Dre and still stands by Tim to this day, in my opinion. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. Alice, blessed child of God, Robbie and John Amos are the same age. What a contrast. Yeah, I think you're saying maybe in the sense of what, health or something? I'm not 100%. I think so, maybe, because she's kind of vibrant and getting around, and she don't need no caretaker. Well, the truth is she does have a level of that too. They just don't broadcast it in the, it's different. It's different. But she does. She's living, like hanging out with, Patti LaBelle, and she was pictures I got with her with Sherry Shepherd, and yeah, she gets around. She hangs out for sure. Said, are the episodes still on the own channel? The episodes, somebody said it's on Philo. Is it Philo or Philo? Philo, I think. They're on there, and someone directed me there. I went there, and then when I got on there, I was like, this is not it. This is like, it's got like, I don't know, 2 of the seasons or something, maybe 3. I can't even remember. But they were also seasons that I already have archived. Because I used to, when I was doing the reaction videos, the investigative series, I literally had, I don't know, 20, 30 episodes recorded so that I could embed them in the videos and stuff. And I was only getting that from Discovery Plus, because they literally had all the seasons. They were just missing episodes out of one season, the season when Andre's life was taken, and they did like the rally and all of that was gone. Some of those episodes were gone, but there were still episodes left with Andre in them. But other than that, everything was there. And so I was getting it from there, and it allowed me to screen record. The problem is I should have continued to do that, and I stopped. And then once Tim got convicted, they were gone like that. Gone. So Philo and feels like it's somewhere else. I've seen them, but no one right now, to my knowledge, unless it's changed, no one has the full seasons, like all the seasons. No one. And all they have is clips on the YouTube channel. I don't even know if they still have those, because I haven't even noticed. They used to pop up on my timeline all the time, because I guess I was following this like crazy. But yeah. Donna saying, Vel, if you go to the new restaurant, I'll meet you there. I don't know. I mean, I think I have to have a reason to be in St. Louis. I don't see myself making a special trip for Sweetie Pies for the food, but I will let you know if something calls me to be there. Okay, so we are now moving into our segment. This is our segment on Grimace. I'm sorry, not Grimace. I'm sorry. On Darius Cooks, aka Darius Cooks, aka Darius Travoy Williams. And I didn't let the poll go. Question was, have you watched my video on K. Michelle dragging Darius Cooks on Twitter? 50% of you said no. 49% of you said yes. I feel like I'm starting to have too many videos out. Maybe I need to not go live as much because I feel like y'all can't keep up. I know y'all got lives. I ain't saying y'all got to be here every night and catch up through the day and all that because I know that's not possible. Some of y'all got to binge on a week. I get it. But maybe I'm putting out too much content and y'all can't keep up because that's half. That's half. And that was a good episode. It was meaty. Some of y'all don't care about her, though. Some of y'all don't care about Grimace or the Ninja Turtle. Some of y'all don't care about him. I get it. Trust me, I get it because y'all tell me. I don't care about him. I didn't know who he was until you mentioned him. Black Trump. Y'all didn't even know who Black Trump was till I mentioned him. I get it. He think the whole world know him. He don't even know I'm helping you. I'm exposing people to you. Anyway, so K. Michelle drugged. So watch the episode. Was that yesterday, y'all? Let me know. Was that last night we did that? I have no idea. It's all a blur. I have no idea. Was that last night we did the K. Michelle Twitter thing? Was it? I don't know. I think so. Was it? Was I on last night? No, I wasn't on last night. It must have been Tuesday. Last night I went to my friend's birthday dinner. During the day I did random trending topics. So that was on Tuesday night. Thank you. It's all a blur. That was on Tuesday night we did that video. So look for Tuesday night's video. You'll catch up on that because I'm not going to revisit that part because we got other stuff to talk about tonight. So anyway, K. Michelle drug. So backstory piece of it at least. Oh, I don't even have to give it. Well, a little bit I am because I got a little video I'm going to play. The video is going to kind of sum up a little bit more. But long story short, Darius Cooks was in Memphis, Tennessee doing his slanderous Black restaurant reviews. That's what we coined them over here, the slanderous Black restaurant reviews, because they're not food reviews. They're not meant to promote Black businesses. They are used by him to slander Black businesses for clicks and views for his sick gratification. And I think it gets made clear because he's been doing this for a few months now. And there is a pile of carcasses of restaurants that he's just insulted to the owners, drugged the owners, had beefs online, all kind of crazy, all kind of stuff that the other people who literally are doing it to review restaurants and not just for clicks and views and creating stunt queen drama, they don't have these issues. You're the common denominator. So anyway, he went to Tennessee. He reviewed some very prominent Black soul food restaurants that were historic to the areas, valued by their community, etc. And he pretty much trashed the food. At one in particular was Cozy Corner. And K. Michelle, who is from Memphis, Tennessee, got wind of it because, of course, he promotes that I'm dragging these places, got wind of it somehow and took to Twitter to drag him. So you'll see a bit of that in this clip that I play. But again, we did a full, I read all, 10 or 12 tweets from her, 10 tweets from her, getting him together and telling him your food ain't even good. I've been to your restaurant. Let me get this tick off of here. Hopefully, yeah. Okay, let me just move on with this. Is this one? We did that. Okay, yes. I didn't get to label it. Yes, it's this one.
For like 30 minutes. So if you haven't known, Darius Cooks and K. Michelle have been tussling across social media. And it's all because Darius Cooks had taken his food review on the road and his first stop was Memphis. And here's what K. Michelle had to post on her social media. She posted this and said, "You need to keep your worldwide Airbnb kitchen show tour cute and out of my city." Okay. Because one thing we do know is food. I tried yours and I can't say the same. Now, after she had posted that, people were a bit confused because they're like, who is she talking about and where is this going? She followed up with this tweet and said, this man, referring to Darius Cooks, is over there doing food reviews on some very historic Black-owned places in my city. She says, when I ate at his restaurant and the food was horrible, and has the nerve to speak on the server's attitude when his food is horrible. Black people sure can tear each other down, but I don't play about food or Memphis. Please leave my city. Now, after she had posted this, it prompted Darius Cooks to post his review of the food restaurants that he had went to. So here's a snippet of it.
You rarely get cornbread dressing at restaurants these days. It's cold. Like cold. It's like cold. And there's not much of, it's not much happening for me. It's kind of almost a little, what do you call it, like a little salty? It's all right. It's all right. Not my bad. Captain, the party here is, hold on, I gotta talk like this because the owner is right over my shoulder. Okay, and if I talk loud enough, this is why I want to sit in the corner. If I talk loud enough, they'll be able to hear me. And she's been a little busybody by checking on me, which I can appreciate, but I don't need you hearing my review until I post it. Okay, cornbread? I'm sorry, dry. Dressing is cold, like a 2. Cabbage is average, like a 3. Chicken is a good 4, 4.5. And then on the cornbread is a little on the dry side, so strong 2 for me on that cornbread, all right, here are the neck bones. Now, I'm going to tell you a couple things. Okay? Just looking at the plate. The potatoes do look homemade. The gravy does not, which concerns me. I don't know who makes homemade gravy this color.
Okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to make a part 2 because we got to get to what Darius Cooks had said about that broccoli, honey.
So the cook that we have come to know as Darius Cooks, aka 3 Inches of Sadness. That was his one of. I mean, that wasn't even really a bad one. Like when it's all said and done, I've seen worse. It was bad. Don't get me wrong. It was bad, but I've seen much, much worse. So long story short, he commences to, doing that. And I have the complete version of that video, but I liked how Nosy Bystander kind of summed that up in her TikTok, and follow her if you don't. She has some good content over there too. And she's done a couple stories on crooks in addition to this one. But yeah, this is the full, a good chunk of the actual review. Oh, that's my bad. Hold on.
They'll be able to hear me. And she's being a little busybody by checking on me, which I can appreciate, but I don't need you hearing my review until I post it. Okay, cornbread? I'm sorry, dry. Dressing is cold, like a 2. Cabbage is average, like a 3. Chicken is a good 4, 4.5. And then on the cornbread is a little on the dry side, so strong 2 for me on that cornbread. All right, here are the neck bones. Now, I'm going to tell you a couple things. Just looking at the plate. The potatoes do look homemade. The gravy does not.
Do you see him laughing, or hear him rather laughing in the background? So this is him, for those of you who may not have clarity on what's happening here. This is him on his IG lives that he does every night, all day and all night, with his flying monkeys. Right now he's on there getting high on edibles and talking out the side of his neck and being a hateful, evil person. And so he's, in this particular video, what he does now is he'll show on his laptop reviews he's done that haven't been posted yet, and he's chuckling and laughing at these Black businesses that he's supposed to be promoting. But you find it funny that the food wasn't tasty. If you really cared about promoting Black businesses, wouldn't you be like, oh, and I hated that the food wasn't, the best to me, blah, blah, blah. There's a way to do that versus, hey, you see him laughing at the grave. What? We ain't done. Y'all know I ain't done with him.
To me, I don't know who makes homemade gravy this color. Broccoli and cheese as a thing on a soul food menu, they do it on Sundays only. So maybe it's a vibe. It could be a regional Memphis thing. I don't know. But this broccoli is definitely frozen. Literally boiled with no seasoning. And the cheese, regular nacho cheese, right? So it's like, how can you really judge that kind of a plate when that's all that's on there is boiled broccoli and cheese? Like no salt, no pepper, no seasoning, literally broccoli and cheese. You know what? It almost makes me wonder, like, who makes the decisions about how that should go, right? Like, who's the person that said, let's do this, right? And then, can you stand behind that? Like, that just, my little 2 cents, I'd be looking at like, I wonder. All right, potatoes. Gravy is definitely not homemade. Potatoes are homemade, like they're not instant. At least I don't think they're not instant. They look like, they give me fresh. If not, they fool me. But the gravy, though, is a no for me. All right, let's try the neck bone. I don't know if this is pork. It's got to be pork neck bone, right? Okay, let's talk about this. You know what's so funny? I watch my reviews back, and whenever I say something and I go, okay, you know something is coming behind it, right? Okay. Okay, so the neck bones are fine, right? They're tender. They're seasoned. Nothing special about the seasoning, though, right? I get, how grandma make the stock for the dressing? And you pick the turkey out the dressing, and sometimes you eat the turkey as a snack. That's what this is, right? It's like boiled in that. And not for nothing, it's good. Is it spectacular? Is it blowing me away? Is there some sort of culinary appendage that's happening with this recipe that really makes me go, whoa? No, it's not, right? It's just like boiled neck bones. They boil them in seasoned water. That's it. Honestly, I want to strip all the meat off of this, put it in the dressing, and redo the dressing, if I could be honest with you. That's where my head goes when I taste that. So, you know how it is when you get onion, bell pepper, celery with the... Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all ain't just started cooking yesterday. Some of y'all that follow me, you're cooks. You know why? Because I see you online cooking. Let me try this pork chop. Okay, good. She just walked away. So the audio level might change slightly now that I have the mic not on my mouth. Just FYI, okay? Okay, beautiful. Thank you for taking me out of church to say hey. In 1 second,
So that is his interpretation of promoting Black businesses. He don't even want them in the vicinity because they may hear his review, and he don't want them to hear it until it's aired. So he don't want to hear them or he don't want them to hear him dragging and slandering their businesses because he's a punk ass until he's gone, until he can be online and be a bully. Because in person, he's a punk ass bitch. The interesting part to me, though, as I thought about this, as I was pulling content today, is he goes around critiquing well-established Black businesses that have persevered, in some of these cases, like the one we're speaking of, decades in business, decades, more years than he's been on this earth, more years than he's been terrorizing us on this earth. This place has existed, and many others have. they've persevered through the pandemic and all kinds of things. He goes around and he critiques them while at the same time and in the same breath on his downtime hosting his customers in a garage. How can you talk about anybody's food when you create stuff like this and post it? And your hive and flying monkeys, D-hive, flying monkeys, and D-hags, and deplorables, those are the men, the deplorables. This is what you giving them. This what you giving them. But you and this woman's, this family's, black family's, well-established for decades restaurant critiquing they gravy. What the hell is this thing, this concoction? What is this? What is this? I would prefer their brown gravy over this concoction any day. Serving people in garages in Columbus, Ohio. But you got the nerve, the gall to go around the country like you doing something, like you got the right to talk about somebody. I keep telling them that this is Sunday dinner cooking with the trough of Rubbermaid Kool-Aid sangria concoction. It's punch. It's a punch. The same stuff you make at the barbecue at the kids' table. It's the punch. It's the Kool-Aid with all the sugar and some fruits in it. And some 7-Up. Get on out of here. So that brings another question to mind. I didn't even do that. I didn't do this as a poll. Hold on. I have another poll question for you. Did you know that Al Reynolds also exposed Darius Cooks? Did you know that Al Reynolds, just in case you don't know who this is, Al Reynolds was Star Jones's husband for a brief moment. I think he's commentator and all that, but now he's on Fox Soul or something. Did you know that he also exposed Darius Cooks the way that we do over here? Did you know that? 76% of y'all, some of y'all ain't been watching my videos, is what I'm seeing. Tonight's really showing me some stuff. We have to figure this out. Maybe we're gonna do a watch party of my videos. So over a year ago, some of y'all knew her, and there's some stuff to binge watch on here. I know some of it's trending topic that might be old news or whatever, but there's some stuff that's just some good media stuff. You learn some stuff around here, especially about this crook right here. But anyway, it's on my channel, and so I literally did a video of when Al Reynolds outed Darius Cooks as a scammer, and then I'll tell you how to. Well, I'll tell you now because I'll probably forget. The D-Hive's response to Al Reynolds, who has no reason to just be saying made up stuff about Darius, their excuse, because you know they flying, they flapping around, and they, no matter what, Massa ain't do nothing. Darius Cooks is perfect. I don't care what you say, Al Reynolds. I know you got a legitimate career and all that, but if you say something about Darius, you gotta be lying. And so what they said was, he doing it because he like you, Darius. He attracted to you. They literally said that the reason Al Reynolds outed or exposed Darius, outing is what Darius does to men. But the reason why Al exposed Darius Cooks was because this man right here was attracted to hold on. Oh, I wish I could find the clips for fast. To that. This man right here was attracted per the hags to give me another to this. I'm sorry, Velnito don't come out till tomorrow. Velnito, you can't be like taking over my body. You can't do that kind of stuff. But it's crazy. It's crazy. They just flapping like crazy. No, it can't be true. Al Reynolds is legitimate, but no, it can't be true. It's because he like you. It's like a boy at a playground pulling on a girl's pigtail. He like you, so he gonna lie on you. What? So let's see. I'm gonna play a clip of this is not the entire video. This is just the little brief part where I tell what happened. It saves my voice. I ain't got to tell y'all again. I just played what I told you that some of y'all missed. Obviously, 77% of y'all missed. But watch the video because this is only a clip on purpose because I want y'all to go over there and get that likes and views. Okay, so we're playing this now.
What's up, good people, and welcome back to my channel where we bond over our favorite TV shows, trending topics, and everything in between that we care about. So today, one of the things that, we got no choice but to care about is exposing a social media predator who's actively taking advantage of his blind and ill-informed followers. So recently, Freddie O posted on his Instagram, hashtag Darius Cooks, with a post that titled, hashtag Kitchen Wars. Kitchenista and Aram calls out fellow cook, Darius Cooks, on fraud and theft on ASAP, another Sean Allen podcast. So I wanted to post this because something very interesting came out of Freddie O posting this on his Instagram, where once again, a new article shakes out another survivor of Darius Cooks. So let's get into it. And one of the first few comments was actually from Al Reynolds, who is known as the ex-husband of Star Jones. And Al Reynolds posted, at Kitchenista, I listened to the episode. So sorry this happened to you. Then he posted, and this is the interesting part. He says, he got my sister too.
Wait a minute. Wow. Ooh.
To which the Kitchenista responded, no, did she confront him? Al Reynolds then says, she did, and he blocked her. Which is a pattern that is a broken record. Like, anybody knows anyone who's been through it, or those of us who've seen it play out time and time again, when someone approaches him and tries to get a refund and comments anywhere because he's ignoring their email. So if they comment on his social media, what he will do is then block them. So he basically cuts off any access to communicate with him to, in fact, get compensated properly or refunded properly. So let's see what other people have to say about Darius Cooks and his crimes, schemes, thievery, and doxing.
Okay, so that was the end of, that's not the end of the video. Oh, hold on. That's not the end of the video, but that's, that's the end of that clip for us for today. So that leads us into the last segment. Very short. We're done. We're about to get on out of here too. We're doing okay. So 2.5 hours, we out of here. At least it ain't 3. We ain't doing good. I'm trying to get these things down to an hour and a half, 2 hours max. Hour 45, 2 hours. But okay, so the inspiration for the inspiration for these for this thumbnail, like the inspiration was what I'm about to show y'all next, because I was too outdone. I saw this again on Patreon today during our live behind the scenes work with me day with Shanice and Jennifer. I ran into this post from Darius Cooks. Oh, and it still sends me. So Darius Cooks, y'all know he's always posting about his love life And right, of course he blocked her. I kind of moved on from that. So I'm sorry. The story's so old to me. I didn't even elaborate. I just moved on. Whatever. It's just another person. I mean, not just another person, but another situation that he's doing the same stuff he's been doing. You know, same pattern. Nothing new about it. Anyway, so the only thing was new was he did it to Al Reynolds' sister. And when Al said that, he said Al was lying. And then he said, who is his sister? I don't know her. You know every single person who buys a product from you? Really? And you always come, I have over 146,000 orders I've sent out at this point. So you know all 140-some thousand of them people? Because if you don't know them, they lying about ordering from you. What? Such a gaslighter. So ridiculous. Anyway, have at it. Go in, let have. It's more content for me. Anyway, so when was this? Oh, this was July 31st. Darius Cooks, again, everything for clicks and views. This is all, you know, but he posted, and I think he thought this was cute, but he posted a text message exchange between him and obviously someone he's recently met, maybe on an app or something, but it looks like this is a text message exchange. And no, this has to be on a dating app, I think, because I'm noticing this other part of it. But anyway, this is what Darius posts, and he's proud of it. The little man boy wanted to get some attention, and he's acting, you know, crazy, and he wants people to clap for him. So in this, he says, I'll never get a husband this way. I literally just told this guy, I'm rich. Let's be clear. I do okay, child. Hold on. Why am I trying to read the small caption when I got it right here? I do okay, child. I mean, I do better than most. But let me get this valuation of of this fish company to 20 million. Then let's talk. So then he shows the supposed text message exchange between him and this person. This person says to him, and where are you from again? Crooks responds, originally Chicago. I live in Houston and ATL. So the person says, okay, cool. Why both places? Crooks, I'm rich. Who in their right mind responds to someone that way? A stranger. At this point, I'm sure he was just like, for whatever reason, probably wasn't feeling the guy. I'm assuming. I don't think I know he's crazy, but I don't think he's that crazy. So I think he probably was just writing the situation off. But who does that? That behavior is so right. Hey, you there? 20 million, a delusion of grandeur. Absolutely. Absolutely. But you on a right. Hey, you there? But you on a date nap. Right. Why did he post the dude's name? Oh, you know, I didn't even pay attention to that. Because he posts everybody. He doxes you literally. I'm gonna take it off screen. I didn't even notice that. I wasn't registering all that. Again, I rushed and put this in. When I ran into it, again, Shanice and Jennifer, they were there. They know. I was just so tickled. I wasn't paying no attention like that. That's what he does. So my question is based on that behavior. Do you think that Darius Cooks will ever find love with that sort of behavior? 4% of you, hey, hacks. I'm doing your love language. Darius Cooks don't do no wrong. I hear y'all. More power to y'all. Baby Satan. 3 inches of sadness. And it's true. It's not a joke. It is funny, but it's true. It's funny, but it's not a joke. Sometimes real life is funny. So, in addition to that, his hags, this was just a random post that I saw. His hags were complimenting him about his food reviews that we just watched. Thank you so much, Shanice, for the Cash App. Appreciate you, friend. So his hags were they're happy with everything that's happening. They're loving this this slanderous food tour that he does to black-owned restaurants only, not all restaurants, only black-owned, because that's the only place he can get away with this. So Ashley Lucas says, we the people need a TV series featuring Darius traveling and trying black-owned restaurants, because she ain't had enough. Like diners and drive-ins and dines. That would be clutch. Food. She tags the Food Network. Ashley has no idea that the Food Network won't touch Darius Cooks if they had 10 10-foot poles. He's banned from the Food Network. He was on the Food Network when he first was starting to get some shine through Sunny Anderson, who he later treated like ish and tried to destroy her reputation within his following after she was trying to put him on. And the Food Network hates Yo Massa so much. I got to get Velnito, get out of my body. You can't be doing this. But the Food Network despises Darius Cooks so much that they literally made him take down the video that he's in when he was allowed to be on their show. So when he was on Sunny Anderson's show twice, those episodes they took down. And he still had him on his YouTube channel because it builds his image. Like, oh, I've been on the Food Network. I was on the Sunny Anderson show, blah, 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 blah. Which, again, helped him climb a bit. I ain't do that. I ain't had that, and I built this on my own. But he want to act like I'm so little, like I ain't doing nothing. I literally built this from zero. I didn't have a celebrity to coattails to ride to then treat them like ish and lie on them. I did this from the dirt. I planted these seeds all by myself. I watered them all on my own. Still watering them. You had a celebrity come with a dump truck of water to put on your seed, and still ain't grateful. And that is why the Food Network made you take down the video. Well, they took him down. They went around him. They like, oh, she a doctor, like she a stunt queen. We ain't finna even go through her. They went around you to YouTube and was like, take that off his channel. We don't want no association with her. Ashley must not know that. Ashley, please listen. There's no Food Network future for him at all. Another Ashley. I guess he got a tribe of Ashleys. Yes, Darius Cooks, I'm here for it. Patiently waiting on a food review for Nashville. Foolishness. I don't know. Do they not read at all? How do we explain this? 96% of you say that he would never find love. I think I said that, but just in case I did. I agree with 96% of you. Oh, yeah, I did say that because that's what got me on the hags. Anyway, because we have tomorrow for more shenanigans, did you enjoy this show? We ain't gonna go deeper. You know I can keep going, but I'm done. Got to rest up for tomorrow. Well, Velnito. He wanted me to help him with some stuff, so I got to rest up so I can help him with some stuff. Did you enjoy tonight's show, whatever I said? 100% of y'all said yes out of 32 votes. I guess the rest of y'all probably sleep. Y'all like, boy, if you don't get on off here, after you said you've already been working 10 hours, well, more than that now. Yes, I am getting out of here. Last poll question of the night. Are you ready for Foolishness Friday's show? That will be on tomorrow for those of you who are not aware. On every Friday. Well, so far. I'm going to take Friday off here or there, but tomorrow for sure. And for the foreseeable future, we're going to be having Foolishness Friday. We have had it in the past. It's different. It's epic. It's this on steroids. And it's usually hosted by Velnito. Velnito is my cousin. aka my alter ego, aka it's actually me in a mask with a fake beard and some sunglasses and usually a hat. And I usually like to wear a hoodie for that character. For those who might be a little, in the back of the room, don't understand what's happening. It's me. But anyway, so the Velnito will host the show tomorrow. He will be hosting it from beginning to end because, well, unless some trending come in and then I gotta talk about it. But maybe I'll let him talk about it. Y'all want him to do general stuff too. So if something happened to mine that he needs, like Lizzo, this Lizzo thing is taking off. So, and I only did that one video on it. A lot of y'all ain't watch it, and that's a whole nother story. Y'all be making me feel ways with some of these things. But anyway, so maybe he might update if some Lizzo new stuff out or whatever. But yeah, so Velnito will be doing that. Please remember to hit that like button if you haven't, but thank you to everyone who has. The likes are looking great, actually. Thank you to everyone who's hit the like button. If you're watching a replay, please still hit the like button. And everyone who's donated via Cash App, I think I've caught up with everyone. Zelle and Zelle, Cash App, and all the other platforms. Thank you so much. We are looking good, but continue to send money because every little bit helps. And I'm not sure how much this is going to cost. But I'm going to start pulling them down tomorrow. I will figure out the schedule, and I'll say by Monday for sure. By next week, I'll be able to let y'all know. Like, I'll figure it out when we're going to start doing the transcripts. And we'll figure it all out. But with that, I will see y'all. Have a good night. I'm going to send y'all out with the trailer as usual. So with that, until next time, make sure to continue to believe in yourself, or start believing in yourself if you don't. Make sure to show up for your purpose and your calling, and then watch God show out in your life. Peace.
With my eyes closed, it's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still trying to fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Maybe put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. And give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Trying to earn 8 stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keto. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. He shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that seen it. And I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron, boy, young genius. And I'm a self